The Fort Frye Local School District shared their plan in case inclement weather affects their schedule next week. According to the superintendent for the Fort Frye School District, Stephanie Starcher, the district will be using the same safety procedures as in years past. Starcher says typically the district will decide the morning of the school day to make the decision to either remain open or closed. Starcher adds that this is to ensure the safety for parents, staff, students, and other local workers.
We often wait until the morning of school to make that decision because we need to confirm what happened overnight with the weather and what condition the roads are in. That also gives us time to look at the updated forecast for that morning and later in the day. Plus it also gives the state roads and the county township trustees and our own people time to treat our driveways and then the side roads and prepare if we are safely able to have school.
Starcher adds, after their 5th day of no school, the district has an additional 3 days of online learning before they have to adjust to make up for any missed days.